Hello and welcome to Sharon Local History. Welcome to Sharon, Massachusetts. In this video, I will include about 10 images which are old postcards of Sharon from about 1900s to 1950s. There is no order. These were published in the Sharon Advocate. So this is part 6. The first photograph is of the bridge over our railroad tracks. We also call it overpass. It was constructed in 1930s. It was fixed few times, especially the stairs the most recently. Unfortunately, in 1930s, before the overpass was built, there were just the old-fashioned gates, and 3 teenagers were tragically killed in 1930s. So then they speed up the process and built the overpass. The building on the left is long gone. However, the building on the right side is still standing, and that was our first water pumping station. So this second picture is the view of the post office square or center of town. The road right in the middle is Bond Street. So on the left side, that is C.F. Bryant store, which served as a convenience store as well as post office at one point. Apartment was upstairs, and now it is our Bank of America. On the right side, you can see just a little part of the Petty and Colburn store, which is Sharon Market now. And this picture is from 1900s. As you can see, the road is a dirt road. This image is about same time and just basically move from the previous picture to the right. So on the left side, you can see North Main Street, and on the right side, you can see Depot Street. You may recognize the familiar fence, the granite post, and the metal pipes, which are in front of Unitarian Church. The building right in the middle is Eastern Bank now, but it used to be Quakers Inn. This incredible picture is of Cottage Street. So imagine you are standing on Ames Street with Hammer Shop right behind you. In the middle, it's most likely Our Lady of Sorrows Church. And once again, the road is dirt road. So I was told this photograph is from 1920s. The railing right in the middle is kind of little fencing over Massapog Brook. The view is very different now. There are many more trees, but the house on 84 Cottage is still standing, and you can find a video about the property on this channel. This beautiful picture is our lake from about 1912. So it is actually winter theme picture. You can somewhat see the snow on the right side and the ice on the left. These were the popular or famous rather willow trees that were at the Memorial Beach. This is another property that actually was at the Memorial Beach. It was called the Octagon House. It is 8-sided structure that was surrounded by lilac bushes. I think it was built around 1850s by a gentleman that built lighthouses. Unfortunately, it was demolished in 1950s to kind of make more room for the beach and move. That's when the town took eminent domain over the beach and moved Beach Street, where we have it now, and the beach was enlarged. We can safely assume that the Octagon House was at the spot where we have the refreshment stand now and the bandstand. This is view of East and Billing Street. So imagine Billing Street is on your left and East Street is right in front of you. On the right side, you can see the railing that is on the pond that belongs to Fish and Game Club. It's 1900s about. These are beautiful pine trees that the group is called Pine Grove, and that was right in front of Massapequa Lake Hotel, which is our current community center. This is one of the oldest photographs we have in the archives of Historical Society. It's from late 1880s. By the way, this picture was actually used for advertisement for the popular hotel that burned in 1909. This was a camp that is not all that well known, but it was called Camp Idlewild, and it was at the Old Bay Road, somewhere close to Wilshire Drive. It was a summer camp for boys operated by Mr. and Mrs. Silva, and Boy Scouts used the camp in late 1940s. This postcard is from 1918. So the building in front of you now is the High Street School. So the road on the left side is dirt road once again, and it is High Street. So imagine Summit is behind you and North Main Street in front of you. This building served as school for second and third grades. It had only 4 classrooms, and obviously there was need for building more schools eventually. The bottom level basement served as lunchroom for kids that were bused to school. The kids that lived close by were able to go home for lunch. There were 2 entrances on each side of the building. So if you stand on High Street in front of the building, on the right side, that was entrance for boys, and they had their playground. And on the left side, that was entrance for girls, and they also had their own playground. You can kind of see the first Congregational Church, as well as Aaron Fisher House in the background. That's the bricked house we have on North Main Street. This building was demolished in 1981, and it was replaced for the municipal parking lot. By the way, Sharon Historical Society is at 16 High Street, which is somewhere in the right corner, part of the parking lot, basically. And that was built in 1999. So the following 2 pictures are photographs from about 1905, and that is the property that is called Deborah Sampson Homestead. It is located on 300 East Street. So when you drive on Billings towards East Street and you turn left, it's the first house on your left side. It was built around 1813 by Deborah Sampson's son Earl. However, in 1786, Benjamin Gannett Jr., husband of Deborah Sampson, purchased the land just before they got married, 1 year before they got married. They actually used to live across with their 3 kids, and that little property was eventually moved to Canton. However, their son built this mansion, and they live happily there for many years. This is the Soldiers Monument at the Rock Ridge Cemetery. This monument, high on the high of the Rock Ridge Cemetery, was dedicated in May 1909 as a memorial to Sharon Civil War dead and to Deborah Sampson Gannett. George Washington Gay, who was grandson of Benjamin and Deborah Sampson Gannett, and his wife, Eunice Lyon Gay, bequested money to purchase the monument, not only to remember all Civil War soldiers who died and their grandmother, but also in memory of their son, George Herbert Gay, killed in the spring of 1864. So I just wanted to make sure that people know that the soldier on the top is not Deborah Sampson. But this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something. And thank you for watching Sharon Local History.